Holy shit, was that not an epic way to announce Sevarog? See what I did there? Anyways, let's take a look at Sevarog, his skins, abilities, his role, and how I would build this Grim Reaper Dementor. First, let's take a look at the skins. We have 3 skins, Default, Challenger and Master. The default skin is Sevarog wrapped in black robes with a green glowing effect. I mean, he looks incredibly scary on the battlefield. Trust me, his black hammer also glows green, and I personally think this is a better skin than the Challenger skin. The Challenger skin for Sevarog is okay, it kinda takes away from the whole ghastly scary look, but I do like the white and blue. It's a shame the blue glow effect is only on his robes, and this doesn't affect his abilities or hammer. Just FYI, the hammer for this skin is still a plain texture because it's incomplete. The Master skin looks absolutely amazing. I've had a love-hate relationship with some of the Master skins, but this is definitely one that I love. Sevarog fits the Molten theme perfectly, and I'll be bringing you guys a video of Sevarog's Master skin very soon. But I'm sure you're all way more concerned with his role and abilities, so let's dive right in. Sevarog is a tank who thrives in the jungle. Sevarog uses his giant hammer, eats souls and grows in size. Looking like the Grim Reaper and a Dementor, this scary dude is enough to leave you with nightmares. Sevarog has great crowd control and the ability to isolate targets. His ultimate allows him to protect carries in a fight or knock enemies into more danger. Sevarog's passive is Soul Tap. Now you really want to get 100 soul stacks as soon as possible, because not only do you look badass when you get those 100 soul stacks, but you get increased max health. At 20, 40, 70 and 100 soul stacks, Sevarog will grow in power and so will his armor. The way you get soul stacks is by using Sevarog's Q, Siphon. Siphon allows you to get the souls of minions, and this allows you to build stacks. Getting the last hit on an enemy hero or enemy minion will grant you soul stacks. This cool green hand will reach out into the enemy and suck their soul right out of their body. You really want to save Siphon till the enemy minion or hero is low enough so that you guarantee your last hit. Siphon is your only way to gain soul stacks, so use it to your advantage. Remember, the more you siphon with last hits, the more soul stacks you gain and the more powerful you become. You get 1 soul stack per minion kill with Siphon, and then you get 3 soul stacks per hero kill with Siphon. You can tell how many soul stacks you currently have because it's indicated in the bottom right next to your Q ability. There's a symbol and a number, and this number indicates how many soul stacks you have. Sevarog's basic attack is Hammer. I'm sure you would have guessed why. Well, because he's holding a huge hammer, and boy is this thing heavy. Sevarog swings his hammer, dealing physical damage, but it's pretty slow. There's nothing like watching Sevarog swing his hammer really fast though. Sevarog's alternative ability is Phantom Rush, perfect for escaping enemies. It even allows you to pass through minions and heroes, but you can also use it to run up to an enemy to land that finishing blow. Sevarog's E ability is Subjugate. This allows you to place a circle on the ground, rooting enemies into place. Perfect for stopping an enemy from escaping, or if you're low on health, root an enemy into place and run. Sevarog's ultimate, Colossal Blow, is like a baseball bat. You can knock any hero right out of the park. Sevarog swings his hammer and deals physical damage, as well as a huge knockback to enemy heroes. Sevarog swings his hammer and deals physical damage, as well as a huge knockback to enemy heroes. Enemy minions have no chance and will be killed instantly. I love using this ability to knock heroes into my own tower and letting the tower do the majority of the damage. It's also perfect for saving your carries in a fight, giving you total power in team fights. Now we'll take a brief look at some of the different build styles you can go with on Sevarog. You can obviously go straight up tank, in which case you want to focus on getting as much physical or energy armor. I strongly suggest having a lot of both in your deck and then picking which one you need depending on the damage output of the enemy heroes. Having a lot of health is also vital, so getting cards that allow you to increase health as well is not a bad idea. I also found having cooldown reduction on Sevarog allows you to farm stacks faster. Since Siphon is the only way to get this, getting some CDR and mana will allow you to use Siphon more often, and therefore you should gain more stacks. I would also get Lord's Key if you're going to jungle, just so you get harvesters up and really gain some card XP advantage for your team. Some cards that I would include in this build would be Circlet of Health, Circlet of Mana, Lord's Key, Spiked Boneplate, Thorned Greenweave, Tempered Plate, Tuned Barrier, and maybe some damage to top it off, although I would keep extra armor and health cards just in case. In Paragon, builds tend to vary quite a lot on the way the battle is going. You can also go Bruiser Sevarog, and I'm not sure how popular this build is, nor how well it works, but it's pretty much physical damage, crit, lifesteal and some attack speed. Since Sevarog's passive grants him health, you may feel there's no need to go for health cards, and this is a fair assumption if the enemy team doesn't have many carries. Getting lifesteal and attack speed should allow you to sustain in fights, while physical damage and crit speak for themselves. Combining this all with your Siphon ability should allow you to gain stats quite quickly as well. These are just two examples of how one might build Sevarog. I don't play Sevarog as much, so I asked people who are familiar with the hero, like people going for the Master Challenge, and these two build styles seem to be the most popular. With the tank one, you need to remember that you have to protect your carries, using Subjugate to root and slow enemies while knocking back enemies if they get too close to your carries. I encourage you to test your own builds out and let me know in the comments what you think works. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like these spotlight videos by leaving a like or dropping a comment down below, and if I should do them for future heroes to come. I'm really looking forward to some Sevarog top 5 plays, so be sure to send them in. Links will be down below for where you can submit your plays. Until next time guys. Welcome back to this week's Paragon top 5 plays. Remember to submit your clips to www.paragooners.com. A link will be in the description below. This week's winner picked up a Paragon Challenger pack, which includes a code for a friend. Kallari lands a death sentence on Murdoch, but he manages to use his shield to get a knockback, and surely A Cloud on Murdoch must finish her. Luckily, the Kallari manages to evade just in time, taking a hover behind the steel. Murdoch gets a shot off on the steel and pops off his ultimate to finish him off. Murdoch thinks about going for the one that got away, but eventually decides to play it safe by retreating. While recalling, Kallari lands a dagger and goes invisible. Murdoch fires off a buckshot which hits Kallari and then fires an amazing blind shot to finish her off.